Hello everybody, hello. Oh, take your device. No, that's fine, we can't. Right, brilliant. Can everybody see me and hear me? I'm just trying to get, yes, we are live. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Right, let's start here as well. Hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, good evening. Hello, we are from P-Town Radio which brings community together. We sorting few bits and bobs here, but I will start slowly to work around. So yes, as every Thursday, we hear P-Town Radio. We okay? Yes, my guest is really my guest and is helping me sort of everything. So, you know, guys, me and the technical stuff, it is really not my cup of tea. But anyway, so start again. We're going live. So if you're watching on Facebook, my Facebook page, it is live from P-Town Radio, and we also go in live on the radio as every Thursday. As every Thursday, you've got me here, Agnieszka Gonzalez. Hello, if you can watch us, if you can see us, we're here. And as you know, my special guest for today, it is Toby. Hello, Toby.
Hello, how are we doing, everybody?
I must say, guys, I'm stressed. I'm nervous. I don't know how it's Toby, but I'm like, oh wow, it's
just
first.
Good and just chilling.
That was my line to say, not yours. But we're good. We're good. Right, so, what has been good?
Oh, plenty of things. Life
Go
is
on.
good every day.
Okay, where would you like to start?
I don't know, every day.
Okay.
Every day is a new day, every day is a new start. At this moment in time, I'm sure people have been following and seeing, we've been doing lots of dancing on the weekends, Saturdays, entertaining the people in the city centre and spreading joy.
Okay.
And this week we were at the bottom of town and it was amazing.
Wow.
And the most cutest thing happened. So there was this little girl and she really wanted to dance, but she was so nervous.
Okay.
And it took her so much time to get into the circle to dance with me. So she come on the mat, had a little dance. She was so excited. And then I went, bye-bye, see you later. So then I was waiting for somebody else to come in and then she runs back, gives me the biggest hug.
Wow.
And says thank you, and I was like, wow, that is so special.
Oh.
That was such a beautiful moment. To give someone that bit of joy and bit of confidence, and they were like, wow, I am amazing. And she felt like a little star, which was incredible. So that was one of my favorite moments for Saturday. So yeah, that was really nice.
Okay. So you describe how she felt, but how you felt in that moment.
It's the kindness you give when you join in with other people.
Okay.
And there were plenty of other people that danced with me. There was this older chap who jumped in and started having a boogie in with me, and he was just loving it. So whoever gets a chance to watch it, watch it. And there's so much positive energy.
Okay.
And everyone walking by just looking, like staring, like, whoa, what's going on? But they're all smiling.
Right. Okay.
Every person, it just puts a smile on your face when you see people having fun and people being happy. It's just cheers you up.
Good. So is that every Saturday?
That's every Saturday. So we've got this Saturday's the last one.
Okay.
And then we're going to move on to something else that's happening. But at this moment in time, we have the Halloween one, which is this Saturday coming. And I'm going to be right next to the Barclays Bank, just on the road from there.
Right.
So literally, once you walk past that way, you won't miss me.
So that's where we can find you.
That's where you can find me this Saturday, 1
At
o'clock.
what time? 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Brilliant. Okay. Wow, that's fantastic. So, why did you come up with that idea?
It was about spreading joy. For me, I love doing things, and I think I've missed dancing for a while because I've been doing so many different jobs at this moment in time. So I missed dancing before. What can I do? I love dancing. We'll go, oh, I'm just going to dance in town and spread some joy. And then I made a couple of phone calls, got some sponsors, and the whole thing went on the road. And
Fantastic.
And the coolest thing was the sponsors were just amazing. They were like, Toby, you want to do that? Yeah, we'll support you. And that was the most kindest thing, that they invested in spreading kindness.
Okay.
So all the sponsors that were there, which is incredible.
Okay. Does any of the sponsors actually get on the mat and dance?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because you know they got work,
Oh my
they got
God.
different things to do.
Yes.
But I really appreciate their support.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I've got here your book. I don't know if you
Yes.
can, maybe we can show it a bit closer. So, this is actually your
Bam!
book.
Yes, indeed. Love it.
Tell us about that book.
So-
why the book? What's going on?
So this book was created because there were so many methods I could have gave people to help themselves.
Okay,
And the thing, everything I do is about helping people discover their genius.
right.
It's helping people discover how amazing, incredible they are, yet they don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see what they can't see yet.
Mm-hmm.
And once I look at a person, I go, wow, you've got so much capability, you just don't know it. But no matter how much I tell you, you have it. If you don't believe it, you're never going to do it or achieve it. So it's about you achieving those goals, those steps, those wisdom moments, that little penny drop. You know, when the light bulb comes in, you go, oh, I got it.
Yes.
Those beautiful moments, or a penny drop, you go, oh, I understand now.
Okay.
Because there's so many things we do, and we have our own time to learn, and we all
Yes.
learn very differently. So this book was the best way for me to help people to be able to help themselves,
Okay.
because that was the most important thing. Is I can't be with you 365
Yes.
days a year,
Yes.
but this book can,
Yes.
and this book can do so much beautiful
Yes.
things for you.
Yes.
So this was created with the knowledge and wisdom that people can help themselves, because I truly believe that, and giving people the tools to be able to build their own futures. I've got this term I use, which is, imagine we have loads of wood and all the tools,
Okay.
yet me and you still sit and eat from the floor.
Okay.
Why? Because me and you don't know how to build a table.
Yes.
So what this book does, it tells you how to build your own table.
Oh, that's really clever.
And then you can sit at a table and eat from a table. And then you can go, wow, I did all of that. I built it. I did it from scratch.
Okay.
And when you create your life from scratch, you can go, wow, that feels just incredible.
Okay.
And that's what this book does. It's a tool, it's a technique, it's a principle to challenge you, to push you, to support you, to encourage you, to give you something for that day.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love this book personally. I love it so much. Really proud of it. And again, imagine someone who doesn't like reading, doesn't like writing, never thought would have read a book. Imagine writing one. Totally not me. But my incredible wife really inspired me. And she said, but babes, this is the way you could get to everybody. Help people. Help more people than what you're doing. And I was like, okay, and I really trust my wife. She's an incredible, wise woman. And once we did this, there were so many beautiful messages from people, and I feel like, wow, it works. And yeah, all because my incredible wife encouraged me to do it.
Just changing a slightly subject. Every time when you talk about your wife, you just like lit it up.
Lights up.
It's
She's a very
beautiful.
special.
It's
She's a
beautiful.
very special human being. I think for me, one of the most things I love my wife is her kindness. She's really kind, and one of the things she said. So me and her have got our sayings, and one of the sayings was, my saying was, "See me." My wife's saying was, "I see you." So then for 18 years of us being together, I thought she was saying, "See me." She thought I was saying, "I see you."
Okay.
So one day we're swimming in the gym together, and we're talking about it. I love it how me and you are just the same. And then we're talking about it, and she said it out loud. I said mine out loud. I went,
Uh-oh.
wow.
Uh-oh.
But it's perfect, because I'm saying, "See me." She's saying, "I see you."
Yes.
So both our purposes are met together,
Yes.
because I need to be seen, and she needs to see, which is incredible. It just brings us perfectly together.
Yes.
So for me, my wife's a very incredible person, plays a very big part in my life. I'm very lucky, very blessed.
Good. Wow, Joe. We love you.
We do.
We love you. We love you, Joe.
Yeah.
We will come back to Joe as well, but I would like to come back to this book. So where we can get this book from?
So you can buy this book on Amazon. All
Okay.
you have to type in is 365 Steps to Self-Discovery, or type in Toby Gordniak, MBE, it comes out.
Right, okay, okay. I can speak from my personal point. I will highly recommend this book. So I got it, I think, as soon as it was on a sale. I got it, and I'm working on this book, with this book, every single day. I'm sometimes worried that it's only 87 days, and we've got another nearly 300 days to go, and the pages will go loose. But I really appreciate this. It's become part of my morning routine, and some of the tasks are like, I can do it, it's easy. Some of them I will have an attempt a second. I will challenge myself, and I will think, and I will write it down, and I will like, wow.
Yeah.
And I must say, if I would write it, what I'm doing with this book a year ago, it would be completely different story. But I'm proud it's now.
Yeah. I think for me that's all I wanted for this book, to be able to help people, be able to inspire people, and be able to challenge people. I think in the world we're living today, lots of people are not challenged, and I think we need to be challenged. We're human beings who need to grow. And the best way we grow is by challenge, and it could be a very good challenge.
Yes.
But we have to be challenged to grow. And I think this year just gives you a reminder every day. Have you thought about yourself? Have you thought about this? What about trying this? What about doing this? And you think, well, every day you do something different. And that's one thing I love about it as well. It just really gives you a little fresh breath every day to do something different.
Guys, highly recommend it. Go for a Christmas present, for a friend, family, just go for it.
And the beautiful thing about it, it covers everything. Covers from physical to mental, spiritual health, anything you could think of, positive thinking, positive space, love, just working on yourself. It's just so many, and the beautiful thing about it, it works right across all ages.
Yes.
That's one thing I love. You could give it to a kid, you can give it to an adult, you can give it to a grandparent. It just works on all levels and keeps people stimulated and gives people tasks every single day. And that's something I love. Like, we're going up to Wales very soon, and they bought quite a few books, and they're going to be distributing them to some of the students, and they're going to be using it in classrooms as a daily
really
task through the whole academic year. Which is incredible. Which for me, that is no better place for this book than that, to be able to help people and teach people just to think and listen and understand differently.
Because I'm sure some of the listeners who actually will have this book could use some of the tasks maybe in the mentoring or maybe in classroom, like you just said.
Yes, you could use this in any form, any form. So if you're a teacher, if you're a student, if you're an educator and personal trainer, you could be anything. You could use this book as a tool that you could use to help other people, and I really believe in that, and I think that was just going to be incredible for me to know a lot of people are using this and it's useful. I love when tools are useful. Like, I don't know how many people do DIY. I love DIY stuff. I love building and making things, and I love when you get the right tool for the right job. It makes your job so easy. So imagine you got to cut something and you get the right saw and just go zoom and it's done. And you move on to the next part. But imagine not having the right tool and thinking, I gotta cut this, and I don't know, you've got like a little handsaw and it's bent and it's old and it's like so yeah, I do believe having the right tools for the right job is really important, and this book just does that.
Highly recommend it, highly recommend it. Right, back to your beautiful wife.
Yes.
So I've got a question. How you two actually met?
So me and Joe met at TR2. So I was the dancing teacher, Joe was the acting teacher. And I walked in late to Theatre Row, and everyone was sat down. Was this meeting, the staff meeting, was the session before we started, and I came in and I was late, and then but only like 5 minutes late, and everyone sat down, and as I entered, the whole space turned around, but turned around in a very nice way. So they gave me that certain look, a certain feeling, and Joe recognised that, and for me that was incredible. That was incredible as another person to recognise that for another human being. It was incredible. So she recognised that. That was very nice. That was very kind. She got up and said, "Excuse me, do you want to sit down?" And I was like, and my culture is very different because you give the woman a chair. Very old-fashioned, and I was a bit confused. Like, what do I do now? Because this never happened before. So I was just stood there going, she's like, "Come sit." I was like, oh, okay, I'll come and sit. I'll do as I'm told. So I went and sat down. Then she went over, got herself a chair and sat down next to me. And I was there. Then we listened to the whole thing we had to do, the preparations for the work. And then we started talking about hip hop and dance and everything. And she just come back from New York with some of the most incredible stuff she's done. My wife's got like degrees, you know, HNDs and everything else she's done. She's so smart. And she just come back from New York from a place called City Kids. And she was doing volunteer work there.
Okay.
And she was doing acting, but through therapy.
Oh.
And it was one of the most powerful things she ever experienced.
Okay.
So when she come back home and she met me, she was like, we need to do this. You know, we don't call it the ghettos, but we have got areas in our city and in our country that our kids need help. So how can we help our kids? And she said, you know, one of the most hardest things she ever experienced was a young girl using poetry and the theatre a way to tell a story, or how her friend got shot in a drive-by. And she said, I sat there sobbing. This little girl who was only like 12 years old could speak so, perform so deeply and share it with everybody. It's such a personal story, but it helped her heal, being able to share that story, not to keep it to herself. It was a very therapeutic moment for her. So my wife was just inspired. Every day she went there, she was just like on fire with this whole place. It was just incredible. The energy, everything they've done there was so creative, and they used hip hop to do that. So when she met me, she went, oh,
Okay.
and she started asking me questions. She went, oh, you do that, so you do the same stuff they do it, but you just do it differently. I said, yeah. So then we started talking, and we said, why don't we set up a company together?
Okay.
And then we start. That's when Street Factory was born.
Okay.
So we started Street Factory, and then a year later, we fall in love with each other because we spent so much time together. It was inevitable. I mean, when I met her, I was like, wow, she was just incredible. And then I proposed to her, and the rest is history. And the crazy thing, what people say, like in my culture, we don't have boyfriends and girlfriends. So when I met her, I said, I knocked on the door. She went, oh, hi, what are you doing?
Okay.
I said, I just came to see you, and I said, you know, I've got feelings for you, and I think the L word, I couldn't say love back then. I said the L word. So she looked at me, the L word. I said, you know, she went, oh, okay. I said, so my culture don't have boyfriends, girlfriend, we just get married. I said, I'll be with you, we can tell everyone we're boyfriend and girlfriend, but to me, you won't be my wife. That's how we do it. As long as you let me know that we're going to get married and this is where this is going, I'm happy. And she went, yes. Just there and then, just yes. It was crazy how it happened. I didn't even kiss her, I didn't even hold her hand, and then I just walked away. And I skipped all the way home. I just skipped all the way home because she said yes.
Okay.
I just didn't know what to do with it. Do you know, it was such a great energy in that moment of time, and I didn't know what to do with it. So then the next day we sat down and had a full conversation about it, which was incredible, and that's where our journey started.
That's great. That's a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
So what was first, hip hop or Joe?
Hip hop. Hip hop was my
Okay.
first thing that gave me purpose, gave
Okay.
me an outside family,
Okay.
a belonging. Hip hop was one of those things. Hip hop made me feel cool because again, being a Roman Gypsy in Poland is not a very great thing, and we struggled a lot. But because of hip hop, I was allowed to mix with the other kids.
Okay.
Because in hip hop, you're not allowed to be disrespectful because respect is number one. So no one could ever be disrespectful to me in the hip hop culture. So I felt very safe and I felt very welcomed because of
Okay.
it. I felt I had a belonging.
Okay.
I felt I had a purpose. I was worth something.
Okay.
So hip hop gave me that.
Do you remember how old you were when you started hip hop?
I was a little kid. My older sister and my brother were listening to music all the time. I was really little, and I remember listening to Tupac because everyone was into Tupac. So our city was into Tupac.
Okay.
So no one would listen to Biggie. It was Tupac
Okay.
in our city. And that's something I grew up with. But then more I've learned, the more I listened. And then when I came to England, I started really studying and understanding hip hop culture.
Ah.
So I started with being into the hip hop music,
Okay.
and then got into breaking, like breakdancing.
Okay.
And later I started studying the culture because I fell in love with it. And I was like, wow, And then Jo, when she was younger, she was all into hip hop. Same story. She just loved the hip hop culture. She felt at home. She felt safe. She felt she belonged. And that's why I think me and her clicked so much as well, because we both got a very similar foundation.
A challenge question.
Yes.
If that wouldn't be Jo, would be somebody else, do you think your life will look different?
Yes, very different.
Okay.
Because I think it takes a special woman to create a special man.
Okay.
So, for me, I'm very lucky and blessed that I have Jo. Don't know if there could have been anybody else, but in my life, my understanding is because of Jo, I've been created to be this incredible man, because all she did, encourage, support, love, and let me be me, allow me to grow, and same vice versa. And that I am very lucky and very blessed, because many relationships, people want to control you, want you to be what they need you to be, and it's always about their need. And the most beautiful thing, Jo said to me right at the beginning, I don't need you, but I want you in my life. And those words were the most powerful, most beautiful words in my life. Because every time before, people needed me, but didn't want me. She just wanted me for the sake of me being me.
Yes.
And that's something beautiful.
Okay, well, that is beautiful. Okay, children.
Yes, I've got 6 of them.
Oh,
6 crazy kids.
Can you tell the most craziest story or event or circumstance what happened to you and your children, or like family?
Oh, there's loads. There's just loads.
Pick the craziest.
Okay, the most funniest would be my twins.
Okay.
They've been crazy since they were born. They were born early, so they were born in Exeter. We had to travel there. They had to be put in these little cubicle units and everything. And from day one, we just had to work hard from day one. And when we got them home, we were told they're miracle twins, because within 2 weeks they were going home.
Wow.
Usually you have to stay till it's your time, till you build up the body and everything else. But that was just incredible. I would open the little glass unit, plastic unit, take them out, take my top off, skin to skin, talk to them, sing to them in Gypsy. Sing my Gypsy song, speak to them in my language, and they would just go quiet and calm. And I had to swap. So every 5 minutes, I'll put that one back in and take that one out. And I remember all the other parents who have their children, they're a bit worried, and the machines go off every 5 seconds, beep, 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 beep. So you don't really worry. And I said, don't worry, we're okay. So then I did all our Gypsy conversations, music, everything for them. My incredible wife, Jo, she had so much milk and food for them, so they straight away started eating and everything, and they were brilliant. Within 2 weeks, they said, you guys can take him home. They're doing fantastic. They said, this is just a miracle that in 2 weeks they're just like doing everything they're supposed to.
Fantastic.
And they were born premature. So that was incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're little miracle twins. So after 2 weeks, we had to take him home.
How old are they now?
Now they're 14.
Wow. So a few years back, yes.
Yeah, they're 14 now, but they're still as cheeky as they were as the little babies. I remember one story with the twins again. They're playing upstairs in the front room. We've got kitchen downstairs, we've got the front room upstairs, and when it goes quiet, that's when you get worried.
Okay.
When toys are flying around and jumping and screaming and singing and dancing, it's good. It's all
it's
good.
Fun.
Then it went quiet. I went, silent. So I run up the stairs, and then I caught the girls right at the top of the stairs. Started talking, and I went, what's going on? So I went around the corner and looked at them, and they were both covered in cream. From face to hair, everything. Because my wife Jo doesn't buy much makeup, but she loves her creams and facials and everything else she loves about skin. So I caught the twins at the top of the stairs, covered in cream, and they did this pose like this, Daddy, we're princesses. And I just cracked up laughing, ran downstairs, got my phone, took a picture.
So you got a picture?
I got a picture of that because it was an incredible moment. So with my family, I've got so many beautiful moments, like Antonio, my youngest son, who's 12, really into business. And when he earned his first money, I come home one day after work and he went, Dad, I'm taking you out. I said, what do you mean you're taking me out? He goes, I'm taking you out because I want to say thank you. I said, okay, cool, where we're going? He goes, Pizza Hut.
Oh wow.
So he took me out Pizza Hut, paid for everything and everything, and he felt so amazing. I said to him, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. You went out there and you worked and you earned your money and now you want to say thank you. And then he bought his mum flowers to say thank you. So little things like that are really important to me. And I really appreciate him, and I think he's just an incredible little kid. Then you've got Leela. Leela's the princess of the house. So the other ones were the twins, Alice and Lillian. So you've got Antonia the youngest, Alice and Lillian. Then you've got Leela, the princess of the house. She owns the house really. She just likes to walk around, get nice stuff, have fun, but she's so kind, and she's so wise, and she's just a gentle soul. She's beautiful, and she loves working with children. So her job, what she wants to do, is to work with children in nurseries and stuff like. She's incredible with kids. She's got this special gift, and she's incredible at it. And then you've got my two older sons. You've got Lincoln, who's got a baby now, so I've got a granddaughter. Raya, she is crazy. She is so much fun now. She is nuts, but a great.
How old is she now?
So she's nearly 2 years old.
Wow.
But she is cheeky, funny, and she does like a million faces. Just a million faces. She's incredible. Then you've got my oldest son, Jimmy. So Lincoln as well does like rapping, music production and all stuff like that. And then you've got Jimmy, my oldest, he's an actor, model, and at the minute he's into investments. He's doing incredible investments. And then you have my incredible wife, and then you have our incredible little dog, Coco.
Oh, and
She's
a dog
part
as
of the
well.
family, yes.
Oh wow. How old is Coco?
Coco's 4, so I don't know what that is in dog years, but yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's a family.
Crazy
It's a
family.
beautiful family.
Yeah, crazy.
Beautiful family. Okay. From what you were just saying, do you think you are a role model for your parents, for your children?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Everything we do, they see it, they do. The only reason my children are so kind, because I'm kind.
Yes.
They see and they copy and they don't even know they do that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So there's subliminal messages, things we do every day, we don't even notice, they will do. So one of my greatest lessons was, with me and my wife sat down and I was a bit worried, like, you know, what type of dad I'm going to be, because I never had a dad. So I didn't know what type of man I have to be and what is a man, what does that mean? And how do I now become a good father to my sons and a good father to my daughters?
Yes.
Because one of the things I've learned, that daughters usually pick a man that they know. So if you shout and you're aggressive, that's the man your daughters will pick. So it taught me to be extra kind to my girls, to be extra loving. Because then any man has to step into my shoes, bloody hell, my shoes are big. You gotta step into some big shoes there with your love and kindness and respect. And my daughters won't take no less than that. And that's something I'm really proud of. So I know that's something that I had to put in, that's something I had to do. Say to my oldest sons and Antonio, I teach them to be young gentlemen. Something that's really important to me, a value I think that people are forgetting. But I'm very lucky and blessed that my sons actually listen to me and take that on. The utmost respect for my boys, because they are young gentlemen. Like little things. Never let your woman carry the bags. You carry the bags. Open at the door. Give her a seat. It's those little tiny things that just make life a bit more beautiful. Because you care. Because you go that little extra mile. And to me, that's something that's really important as a man. And then being a good husband. That's really important. So that my daughters know what type of man they would like to see and they would like to have. But then for my sons, it's really important for them to see what type of woman they would like to marry, because my wife is an incredible role model. My wife taught my daughters everything she knows about being a strong woman, being independent, being confident, being resilient, all those powerful things. And I know I don't have to worry about my daughters because they have all of that from their amazing mom.
Wow. Okay, I've got questions, but it's like I can listen and listen.
Fire.
What is your superpower?
Oh, I think my superpower is all the pain and everything I went through. That's my superpower. I know what it feels like. I know what it can do to people. And I know how to get out of it. And my superpower is knowing how I can help others to do so.
Yes.
So all the pain, all the struggles, everything I went through is my superpower to be able to help people.
Would you be happy to share one example so we can more understand?
So imagine being a little child, being no older than 5 or 6, going to the local to local like a vegetable market, where there's loads of markets, loads of people shopping. Then you join the queue as a little child with your mum, and there's people in front of you. They just bought stuff. Now it's your turn. And as you step towards that market, the guy goes, "Go away, you dirty gypsies! Move! Go away! Stop stealing!" And we were there just to buy. As a young child, I knew I was different. I thought, how can he know that we're gypsies? What is it that makes me a gypsy? And that's the day I've learned I had different skin. That's the day I've learned from my mother that we always will be seen this way. This is just the world. And I was 5 or 6 years old when I learned that. And from then, everything made sense. Because as a younger child, I never understood certain things.
Okay.
But from that age, I understood why people did things, why people said things, and why people treated me in a different way.
Right. Okay.
But never understood it before.
Okay.
And racism, physical, verbal, it was constant. It was something that was constant. I remember one day I was walking to the local shop and I got beaten up by 3 men. I was just going for my mom's shopping, and I had to go to hospital because of that. It's moments like this.
Okay.
Yeah, moments like this.
So because of moments like this, in your adult life now, you're not doing this?
No. Like people say in life, sometimes you have the opportunity to become better. We have the opportunity to become worse.
Yes.
We all have choices, and we all experience things very differently. I took them as one of my biggest lessons were not to be. All those people taught me everything were not to be. So I just did the opposite.
Yes.
Yes, when I came to this country, I had a lot of hatred in my heart, and I had a chip on my shoulder towards the white community, because it was always white people who've done it. Not till I went to school here in Lipson, and it's one incredible teacher. It's one incredible. You always have that one special teacher. And she taught me so many vital lessons in my life. She challenged me. When I would say stuff, she would be like, "What do you mean? How dare you say that?" And that made me really think. And later I've learned in life that the people that have done it were just bad people. It didn't matter about the skin colour, the culture, religion, where they come from. It didn't matter. I just met bad people. That's all it was.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Your biggest challenge, your personal biggest challenge.
I haven't got one.
Oh.
I haven't got one yet. I think I've had so many challenges. It would be hard to pinpoint one.
Yes.
One wasn't any more special than other. I mean, one moment in my life that I would say was bigger than the rest, just a little bit bigger, was losing a dear friend.
Okay.
Every time I had kids, he had kids. And it was really weird because my wife said, "Oh, we're going to go." So when me and Joe just got together and everything, she went, "You're going to come and meet my cousin. She's my best friend." I said, "Okay, cool. So let's go meet them." We said, her husband doesn't speak. I said, "So I'm going to sit there with someone who doesn't like to talk." Oh, that's going to be boring. So anyway, I thought, okay, just do it. Do what you got to do. You do lots of things for your loved ones. And that was one of my first things I had to do. I walk in through the door, go hi, he goes hi, and we haven't stopped talking.
Wow.
We haven't stopped talking.
Wow.
And every time I had a kid, he had a kid, and we had this competition between us, like whose kid is bigger, whose kid is heavier, and this thing between us as men. We had banter. His house was always the party house, so let's go down there. And yeah, he was just a good man.
Okay.
He was just a good man. He was a giant, so he was really tall and really big and stocky and everything. But he was just a good man. I mean, I remember when he hurt his foot, so broke his foot.
Okay.
Still went to work.
Okay.
So he had a cast on it, still went to work, still did a job. After the work, he would come home, go on a bicycle ride with the kids because he promised them they're going to go. So they all went on a bicycle ride with his broken foot.
Okay.
He was so committed to his family, and then he would come home, help his wife cook and prepare everything, and then his evening was done. I could really respect that.
Yes.
because not having a father, seeing a father, that's what I would call a father, who's there for his kids and working hard and spending time with them and doing something for the family. I just could not but just respect that man. So for me, I had so much admiration for that guy. And then years later, we hear he's got headaches and don't think nothing of it. And then we had a phone call saying he's got brain cancer, brain tumor. And then he said he's going to go for the operation. I was kind of afraid. I didn't want to see him before because what I had in my mind I wanted to keep. I didn't want to destroy what the idea I had of Martin in my head, and I wanted to keep it the way it was. And then he went for the operation. He turned up at my house. I was like, no. When I saw him, I was like, why? You know when you don't want to face it? I had to. It was one of those things. I was glad I did see him. I was glad I had a chat with him and everything. It was really lovely, and I was glad that that moment, we had that moment. And then I think it was 2 weeks later, he just passed away. It was such a shame. And that was a really big thing for me. That was a really big thing for me. And that's when I've learned many lessons to be a good father, and to be a good husband, and to be a good man. And that's when I've learned you gotta live in the moment, because you're not promised tomorrow. So live today, be here today, be in the moment, and enjoy the moment. Don't think about what you gotta do in an hour. Don't think about what you gotta do tomorrow. Just be here right now. That's all you have.
That's incredible story about your friend, but also what you just said. It is so incredibly powerful. It's just now. Doesn't matter what it is in 5 minutes. It's just now.
Yeah. So many of us live what we gotta do tomorrow.
Yes, definitely.
That's why I'm here now. That's the only thing I gotta worry about.
Yeah.
Once I leave here, I'll deal with the next part of life. But I'm gonna be here.
Yeah. And thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Do you believe in yourself?
Yes.
Why do you believe?
I don't know. I mean, trust me. After people telling me I'm no good, people telling me I'm gonna be terrible, I'm gonna be a terrible human being, a terrible husband, I'm gonna be a thief, I'm gonna be a criminal, I'm gonna be no good, I'm gonna be a murderer, a drug dealer, I'm gonna be all the worst things in the world. Yet, I didn't listen to them. I don't know why. I don't know how. It definitely has affected me when it comes into education. Something that definitely has a huge effect on me in education. But in any other aspect, it kind of just flew past my head. It just didn't touch me. Now, once I've worked on myself, I realise I am very resilient, and I'm a very positive person. I always go to the solution, not to the problem. Many people go, well, this bottled water is in my way, so it's a problem. I'll be like, all right, so if I just move the bottled water, I can continue. And there's just two different perspectives. You can see as an obstacle, you can just go, well, I'll just move that and carry on. So for me, it was all about finding that solution to anything. Never focus on the problem, only on the solution.
Did you learn that through your journey in your life?
Through my journey, yes, definitely. And I've learned there's more than one way to get something done. So maybe I meet you and you're in charge, and I've asked you for something. You might say, no, you can't. Well, I'll speak to 5 different people and they say I can. You were just the obstacle. So I'll just remove you from the site, and then I can still achieve what I need to achieve. Like the bottle of water. It's just simply remove the obstacle and continue. Because there's always more than one way to do things. And so many people get stuck. There's only one way to get something done.
So back to the book. So you've got this one book already.
Yes.
Any plans for more? Different?
Yes. So there is the Creating Change book that's going to be created, which is a toolbook towards my program that we're creating with IOL. So that's hopefully be launched in January. So we'll let you know more when it happens. But that's going to be incredible. It's like, it's a 2-day course. It's fire. It's just fire. And then it's my life story. So my wife is helping me write it. Because sometimes I just speak very plainly. But if I dig deeper into the story, it's just so much more stuff that I'm missing. And my wife helps me do that. So me and her are writing it together. And later we'd love for it to become a Netflix series. Because our life story is so crazy. Imagine my